How big of a transition is it to go from grass to hard court so quickly?
I actually don't think it's that big of a transition at all. I think if anything, it can help. Because you go from grass where you can occasionally get some tricky bounces to a very pure hard court. I think it makes it pretty easy. I'm not going to be spending my off seasons up there practicing or anything, but I think I don't think the transition is that difficult at all, in my opinion. I'm just going to put this down. Sure. I'm just going to put this down. Yeah. I feel stupid. It's not working.
Trying to take having a few months off will maybe pay some dividends this summer or later in the year, maybe?
I mean, we'll see, but I think it'll pay some dividends just for my whole career. Maybe I'll see those dividends 2 years down the road. So that's how I was looking at it. You don't ever want to miss that much time, but if I ever had to miss 2.5, 3 months, it would be during that time of the year, so I could stay home and watch all the playoffs go on while everyone else is sliding on getting their socks dirty on red clay. So it wasn't all that bad, and I looked at it as a blessing in disguise, really. Maybe not just my foot, maybe everything just needed to get a little bit healthier.
John, I see that you're also committed for the Labor Cup. So how conscious are you about the pace of your schedule at this stage of your career?
Yeah, well, I'm very conscious of that. I mean, up to this point, because of that injury, I really haven't played that much. Now, when I got hurt in Atlanta, I was playing a lot. That was really my 5th tournament in a row, but Indian Wells being a 10-day event is a little bit different. I had some time off a little bit, but I certainly need to pace myself. But Labor Cup is one in particular that, if I'm healthy, I'm definitely going to go there. And it's a good chance I have a very long off season this year, because having another kid, it doesn't really work with the schedule in Europe at the end of the year. So good chance I just go to Europe one time this year, which is okay.
ATP's not out of the question, though.
Huh?
ATP's not out of the question in November.
Oh yeah, if I make that, of course. But right now I'm just focused on this summer, and I feel healthy right now, and that's the most important thing. If I'll make decisions, I certainly can't play every week. There's no doubt about that.
How much pressure do you feel after winning the tournament so many times to constantly perform and win the tournament like Atlanta?
I think I felt more pressure like after maybe I'd won this tournament like 2 or 3 times, maybe trying to win it 4. And I think now it's like, I mean, I've won it 5 times, so that's a lot. So winning 6 would be awesome, but if I don't win it a sixth time this year, that's okay too. I still won this tournament 5 times. So I think the answer to your question is, after maybe I won it the first time, or after I lost in the finals the first 2 years, maybe I'll feel some pressure to win it, but not so much right now.
Well, you have so many now, it doesn't.
Yeah, I could have 7 though, or 8, but.
Was there extra meaning Sunday having your daughter there for the first time for trophy ceremony?
Yeah, that was cool. It was actually something I wasn't even thinking about at all, like during the course of the match, thankfully, and I wasn't getting ahead of myself. But then when came time to do the ceremony, I looked at where my wife was sitting. She wasn't there, but she had gone and got 100 race and go to the side of the court, and she was smart enough to go get her and knew that would be a good moment to capture. So that was the highlight of the week, no doubt.
Does that make, I mean, the players' lounge is pretty close to the court there in Newport, but does that make it better after a long match when it's humid and everything? You see Hunter Grace and your wife.
Yeah.
You feel better already? Yeah.
Well, after just being able to sit down for 5 minutes straight with an ice towel, I put the ice towel on even after the match was over. So I was very happy the match was over, and then at that point I was just ecstatic that she got to come out, and she has no idea what was going on, of course, but in a couple years she'll look at those pictures and smile.
You could have a tough first match here. What are your thoughts on either Riley, who you've obviously played a lot, or Bublik, who you just played on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, either way it's going to be very tough. If I play Bublik, I'll be looking out for underarm serves. I don't think this is the right surface for that. Newport, I think, is a good surface for that. I'm hearing that center court's bouncing pretty high, and if I do play Riley, I mean, it could be an actual coin flip, really. I mean, we both serve very well, and we both like surfaces like this. So I'm fully aware that I have an extremely tough first match here in my second round.
John, as well as you played singles here, the Bryan brothers have played very well in doubles
Yeah.
here. Who do you see one day being the American heir apparent in the doubles team to them?
No one. I don't see anyone. Those twins are an anomaly. They've been doing it for so long. They've been so consistent for so long, and they're the greatest of all time. And so the answer is no one, because I don't see anyone that can bring the appeal and also dominance that those two have brought to the game of doubles for so long. I don't think we'll ever see it again.